I had a teen tell me once, and this has stayed with me for years. They said, it's not the same when you're not here. When you're in the room, things are different. Even when you don't say anything, your presence brings a change. When you're here, it feels like a safe space. Now, I want you to sit with that for a moment. What is that? What creates that kind of impact without saying a single word? That's what we're exploring in this module. That invisible yet palpable thing called coaching presence. These weren't empty compliments from that team. They were telling me something profound about what happens when a coach truly shows up. Think about it. They didn't say, you ask great questions. They didn't say, your techniques are brilliant. They said, my presence, just being there, changed the room. And here's what I want you to understand. This isn't some mystical quality that only a few lucky coaches are born with. This is Competency 5 in the ICF framework, and it's something you can develop intentionally. So what actually creates that kind of impact? Something powerful happens in the space between you and your client before you even ask your first question. Clients feel it immediately. They might not be able to name it, but they sense whether you're truly there with them or just going through the motions. This invisible yet palpable force, this is what we call coaching presence. And it's what separates adequate coaching from transformational coaching. Here's how ICF frames this competency. The coach is fully conscious and present with the client, employing a style that is open, flexible, grounded, and confident. Now let's unpack that because every word matters. Fully conscious means you're not somewhere else mentally, not planning your next question, not thinking about your to-do list. Present with the client means your entire being is directed toward this person right now. And that style they describe, open, flexible, grounded, confident, these aren't random adjectives. They're the building blocks of presence. Let me walk you through what each of these actually looks like in practice. Being open means you're available and receptive, not closed off or defensive in your energy. Your client can sense whether there's space for them to bring whatever they need to bring. Flexible means you're willing to be influenced by what emerges. You're not so attached to your plan that you miss what's actually happening. Grounded, and this one is really important, grounded is what brings peace and stability into the room. It's that grounding that creates calm when your client is in chaos. And confident doesn't mean arrogant. It means you're assured in your capacity to hold the space, whatever shows up. Here's what happens when you embody this kind of presence. You create an invisible container that holds both you and your client in psychological safety. When you come in and you truly embody a coach, there is this safe space that just surrounds everything, surrounds the client, surrounds you. And here's what amazes me every time. It brings even brand new clients, people who are meeting you for the very first time, into a place where they feel like I'm home or I'm safe or I'm held. That feeling, that's what makes clients want to work with you. Not your credentials, not your methods, your presence. Now, here's where a lot of coaches get this wrong. Presence is about who you are as a coach, not what you do during sessions. This is not a professional coat you put on when clients arrive and take off when they leave. Your presence shows up in how you engage with all humans, your colleagues, your family, strangers at the coffee shop. It becomes woven into the fabric of who you are becoming. So if you think you can fake presence for an hour and then go back to being distracted and disconnected the rest of your life, your clients will feel that incongruence. This is about embodiment, not performance. I want you to take a moment and honestly reflect on this. When you're having conversations with people in your life, not coaching conversations, just regular conversations, do they know you're all in? Do they know they have your complete attention, not just part of it? Do they know you're truly listening and that you hear what matters most to them? Think about someone in your life who makes you feel instantly at ease. What do they do or not do that creates that feeling? That's presence. And noticing it in others helps you cultivate it in yourself. Let me be direct about some mistakes I see coaches make with this competency. First, treating presence as a performance you turn on for sessions. That's not presence, that's acting. And clients can tell the difference. Second, confusing confidence with arrogance or dominance. Presence isn't about taking over the space, it's about holding the space. And third, thinking presence requires talking, advising, or constantly doing something. Here's the truth. Sometimes the most powerful presence is found in the opposite, in silence, in stillness, in simply being fully there without any agenda at all. Here's the good news. Presence isn't some mysterious gift that only certain people possess. It's a skill you can intentionally cultivate through practice and awareness. In this module, we'll explore 7 specific markers that help you develop and demonstrate authentic coaching presence. Each one is learnable, each one is observable, and together they'll transform how you show up, not just in your coaching sessions, but in every interaction. So what does this presence actually look like in practice? In the next video, we'll start with the foundation, staying focused on your client, and what that really means.